Hey, some friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm Symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. And I am just giving a quick review of like the updates that I made in this house. This is the family dynamics home of Gen 2 slash Gen 1 still lives here. She's still alive and breathing. But the children of Scarlett have aged up. And if you are not new to this channel, and this is episode 8 of Gen 2, so you might want to watch some of the older videos. But updated this room. This is one of the children, so this is Amber. And I wanted her room to have like a more sporty feel, like she's very into sports and outdoors. And so I wanted her room to reflect that. There are 3 children. I say that in quotation marks because one is like a grown child. But this is her twin brother who sleeps right now, but this is her twin brother Riley, and he's more into like art and like design. So you see his like childhood art on the wall. He kind of has like this black and white aesthetic. He struggles between being like a minimalist and a maximalist. Like he can appreciate many different styles of design, so he's figuring out what he likes. And so that is one of the paintings that he was working on. He's still in mourning, so he's sorting that out. I also wanted to give an update on Martin. He has gained the techie lifestyle. So if any of you've played with the techie lifestyle, let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think about it and any tips and tricks that, especially if you played this Family Dynamics Challenge in your game, you can advise me on what's next for Martin with his new lifestyle. In addition to his techie lifestyle, Martin has decided to pick up a guitar, and it was suggested to him from a friend of Scarlett who was talking to him about like how to cope with his dad being gone. He's not a very like verbally expressive kind of guy, so he is learning how to express that pain and that sadness through music. So that's one of his hobbies that he's working on now. And this is Riley. So I wanted to go back to what I said about Riley being very sad. He is struggling a lot more than probably expected. We thought Martin would kind of struggle the most with missing his dad because they spent more time together. But Riley is really, he's really down about it, and he is just trying to find himself. And I think he feels like if his dad was around, he would have more help with that. So, he's been spending some time in Myshuno, looking at the art scene and, really connecting to like fixing up like some graffiti and trying to make, the world a more beautiful place. And that's been helping him cope as well. So, there are some strange happenings in the kitchen. Scarlett was cooking as usual, one of her favorite things to do. And these jars just started floating. They really need to eat that, by the way. They've had these jars for a long time. And Scarlett is feeling like Miguel's presence in the house. If you are new, Miguel is the father that passed away, Scarlett's husband. He passed away, like, I guess about a year ago. And they recently celebrated his life with a dinner party. And so she's definitely feeling his presence in the house. Amber, well, there he is. There he is. So how do you all feel about like ghosts and spirits and things like that? I mean, you don't have to get too into your religious beliefs, but if you want to chat about those things in the comments, let's talk about them. I usually do not play with these aspects of this game because I felt like they were kind of silly and they were just a little too like silly for me, but in this feels like more realistic for what someone could experience or what they feel they are experiencing. So, Scarlett feels like Miguel is here with her, and I think she's actually just enjoying it. Like she is glad that, she can still feel his presence, and it looks like he's sat down and wants to have a conversation with Riley. But Riley thinks he's tripping. Like Riley is like, I'm gonna go paint because clearly I've probably been spending too much time at dad's gravesite. So I'm gonna just go paint this energy out. Scarlett is going to talk to Miguel a little bit about what has been going on. She's going to, of course, say she's missed him a lot. And Miguel's going to tell her that, she's doing a great job. He sees how much the kids have grown, and, he's still here in spirit to support her. And, he does want her to get back to living her own life and focusing on her career more and the book that she's always wanted to write. She's always wanted to write a cookbook. So he's just encouraging her to get on with, with her life and not feel like she's at a standstill. Riley realizes that, there isn't much he can do about this presence, that it's not all in his head because clearly Scarlett sees Miguel too and she's speaking to him. So Scarlett is just saying like it's important to connect with, those that have passed on. Sometimes they will pop up to remind us of the lessons that they taught us. And Riley is, a little overwhelmed by that. So he is just going to head upstairs and relax and kind of process all that has happened here today. A few days later, Cody Pearson, I'm not sure if you all remember him, but he is one of Miguel's friends from when he was a little younger. He has stopped by to visit. It is the beginning of summer break, even though Martin is, an adult now. A lot of people get summer break off, and so they do use, especially here in Sulani where things are a little slower. Miguel was just doing some yoga because he, saw his mom doing it, and it actually does help him since he sits at a computer all day and a lot of the night to kind of have less back pain. So he does do this from time to time, even though he's not a big fan of working out. So yeah, Cody is coming over just to hang and for them to catch up. And I don't even think Cody has seen Martin's basement yet, so they are going to go downstairs and like take a look at that. And I apologize if I've shown this basement already. I feel like I haven't, but also if you're new here, so you can take a chance to look at my very minimal building skills. But yeah, this is Martin's basement apartment that, his dad built for him when like right before he passed. And it's a pretty cool space. Like it's literally like under the house and it has its like own entrance and everything. And I just loved how like the sun shines through the top, I guess the top floor, like that opening, and it's technically outside because that's like part where there's like weather exposure, so it's technically not in his apartment. But I just, sometimes the Sims lighting does a great job. I know a lot of people play with mods and like reshades, but as someone who doesn't play with those type of mods or doesn't have a reshade, you know, sometimes it just hits perfectly. And you can kind of see the rest of his little space. You see his bedroom, you see the kitchen as well as the bathroom. Sorry, camera trouble. And I knew as soon as I unlocked this door, Amber was going to come down here and be like, let me clean up this stinky place. Martin doesn't usually like a lot of people in his space, so he usually keeps the door locked, especially because it's supposed to be like his own apartment. So he tends to keep people out. But even though Amber is a teen now, she still is kind of like a playful sister, and she does kind of do things that she knows is going to annoy him a little, but like in a teasing way. Amber isn't going to mess with Martin too long. She actually has plans of her own because it is summer break and it's the first day. So her and her friends had decided to get together and rent a boat. They all pooled like their allowance money together or their part-time job money together to rent this boat. And Amber loves to be outside, so she is on her way to do that. Meanwhile, Scarlett is just coming back from being outside. And okay, I need y'all to tell me because I don't know. Scarlett had like a sneaky link somewhere, and I guess she took Miguel's permission to like move on and live her life in a very particular way. And she just went out to have her sneaky link, but she did not enjoy it. So leave in the comments who you think she hooked up with. any previous characters. Also, I'm playing in Sweetiewright's save file, so if there's a particular character from the save file that you remember because you've played with it a lot that you think she is hooking up with, please let me know. Anyway, Martin has also ordered pizza. So he ordered it partially for Cody, but he ordered enough for the whole family. So after Cody leaves, they do have like a little family time and sit down around the TV and eat some pizza. But then Jade calls and invites Martin to her new place. So Jade and Martin took some time apart, like while he was mourning his dad. Like she was supporting him, but their friendship did kind of like strain a little bit, and they took some time apart. And then also her family moved out of Sulani, so she went with them, especially because she should be out on her own in a few years, so she moved with them. And anyway, they are just gonna catch up, so Martin is gonna head over there right now. Ah, Jade looks good. Not gonna lie, I made her over a little bit when I aged her up, but she looks good. And that's her little brother there in the background. So cute. He was already in the save file. But yeah, they hug and they are happy to see each other. I guess sparks are flying already. And Martin hasn't really ever met Jade's family, so he is a little bit nervous about that. But he's gonna start with hopefully an easy introduction to the little brother. And this street looks so nice. I feel like I feel like I haven't played on this street, but I feel like I had to, right? This is part of like base game. But I'm just gonna be nosy and look around their house because again, I do not when I download a save file, I do not look at all the houses and all the families. I kind of like to be surprised a little bit. I usually watch a video or two just to see like, okay, this person has like good taste in style and things like that, but I don't go through the whole save file. So when I go to different Sims houses, it's like a surprise. And this house is gorgeous. Like the pool, I see why they left Sulani for this, even though I'm sure, well, maybe, who knows? Maybe they had a much smaller place in Sulani before they got here. And yeah, this is their lovely suburban home. Jade actually decided that she is not going to take Martin into the house because she wants to have a conversation with him. So they're going to go around back and sit by the water and just chat a little. Jade actually has a lot on her mind. She's missed Martin a lot. And she's also missed Sulani, but that's kind of neither here nor there. She doesn't really know what to do about that. She's going to just try to adjust to this new suburban living. This is another reminder to use your first person camera because it just looks so beautiful and it continues to make the Sims game relaxing and just more immersive. But they are going to have a seat on this bench. Jade is going to kind of ease into the conversation and say, how have you really been doing this past like year and some change since your father hasn't been around? And Martin's like, it's been tough, but we are starting to adjust. The family is changing a lot. Mom has new interests. Amber and Riley have their own interests. Don't mind me, y'all. I'm just taking a bunch of screenshots because I just feel like they look so cute. And so Martin is like, what's been going on with you? I wanted to give you space because even though I was going through things with my dad and I really missed you and wanted you to be there, I wanted you to live your own life. We're young. I wanted you to have different experiences. And Jade is like, I get that. And so they finish off with all of that. And Jade kind of says, I've missed you a lot. I wanted to spend more time with you. And I'm just glad you've come all the way out here to visit me. And Martin says, of course. And with all of this said, I think now that we are older and we've had some time apart and realized how much we missed each other, I think we should think about being a little more than friends. And Jade is kind of like, we've always been a little more than friends. And Martin says, I just wanted to put it out there. It hasn't really been clear before, but I just wanted to make things clear. My notification wall is always full, y'all, but they are about to have their first kiss, and of course, like a butterfly flies by. I thought that was really sweet that the butterfly came by as they were having their first kiss. But yeah, do you delete your notification wall as you go, or do you wait till it says it's full? Because mine is always full, and maybe I need to delete the unimportant messages as I go along. But it's getting a little late, so I think it's time to wrap this outing up because he has a long way back to Sulani, and I'm glad that they are connected and taking their relationship more seriously. And I know that he is supposed to meet the love of his life at GeekCon, but I'm still waiting for GeekCon to happen. And I may have to, we just may have to skip that part of the challenge because that doesn't seem to be working out the way it is. And I feel like he's connected with Jade. We'll still see, but continue to let me know in the comments what you think I should do, how I should kind of like trick the system a little bit. And with that said, thank you all for watching. I'm glad to be back. I took a little break, but I am back and I'm symptomistic, like optimistic, but make it Sims. Like, comment, subscribe, and share to boost us in the YouTube algorithm to let YouTube know that you like these type of videos so you can see more from me and other Simmers. Talk to y'all later. Bye.